Alright, guys, so if you haven't been covering this as well, just know that recently Metro Exodus moved over to the Epic Store and is leaving Steam. It's going to be exclusive to the Epic Store. A lot of people weren't happy about it. Why aren't people happy about it? Because a lot of people have Steam. All their library, all their games, all they've been used to on PC is Steam, the Steam launcher, the Steam store. Epic basically won Metro Exodus over through its revenue deal. So in my other article, I covered this. Part of this decision comes from the revenue deal that the Epic Store entices publishers and game developers, as they would only be taking 12% of the revenue, while the companies themselves take in the rest. As we know, Steam takes in 30% of the cut and has been since 2013. In light of the Epic Store, they recently made changes back in December. For every 10 to 50 million sales made, Steam will take in 25%. Then every sale made after that, after 50 million, Steam will only take 20%. Now, even with this revision in Steam's revenue deal, Epic still matched it, and actually is a whole lot better for developers. Hence why the Metro Exodus developer switched over to the Epic Store. Now, there was a lot of outrage from Steam and Steam fans. And so, naturally, I guess, the developers lashed out. Now, this was found in a Russian website. This was covered, I was looking at Gear Nukes. It said, the original post was made on a Russian gaming message board where the developer goes by the name Cynet and shared his thoughts on this whole situation. It is important to understand that his comments don't reflect the company as a whole, but still, they should have been more careful not to further stir the hornet's nest. And what a nest it is. So I clicked over to that Russian site. Now I had Google translate it for me. I'm not sure where the original post was made. It was probably taken down. Now this is from website tweaktown.com, and I think they have had a full translation of what the developer actually said. Let me read the entire thing here. The developer said, "I watched the bubbling. Impressions are twofold. On the one hand, the withdrawal from Steam is ambiguous, so no one has done so sharply, as far as I can tell. This is new, which could cause rejection. Yes, and such a move pulls the need to install the Epic launcher, which could cause some inconvenience to the players, and therefore cause discontent. On the other hand, the reaction of a certain category of players is hardly adequate. It seems that people did not want to play, just waited for a reason to pour out their bile. That is, turns out that we, the developers, for years have been hard and painful with losses trying to do something special, but a certain category of players believe that our work is not worth even a couple of minutes to install the launcher. Naturally, it is their life and their right, but then what do they care about Metro? Obviously, it is not interesting to them. I can only say that they were not our players either. They are not interested in our work, which means that, for example, the opinion of such people is not interesting for me either. What is the point for me personally? And not only to listen to their opinion. But consider the situation deeper. Someone says that if they crap Exodus and the previous games in the series, it will make the world better. They will put greedy developers in their place. To this, I can answer that in a pinch, if all the PC players announce a boycott of Metro Exodus, then the next Metro, if it does, is definitely not going to be on the PC. Better or worse, decide for yourself. I personally feel sorry for the loyal fans, yes, but my assessment of the work done personally by me and my friends and colleagues will not change this. I will firmly know that almost everyone who pours this dirt on the net is also incapable of a bit of what we have done and hopefully do more, and that means they have no idea what they are talking about." And further, despite the fact that during the development I went through each level of the game, hell knows how many times it is interesting for me to play Metro. I went through previous parts. Well, actually, I'm not gonna finish this. So basically, that was the part where he said, "Hey, if you keep, if it's gonna be this too much trouble, we're just gonna go console exclusive from now on." It is a threat. I mean, this is one person's opinion. It should not reflect the entire company. I'm pretty sure the entire company is freaking out right now over this comment made by one developer, but you can tell that this developer is pretty mad. I mean, he was getting to a point in the beginning of this entire ordeal, and then you can tell like he just started being very biased. I mean, I was on his side for like the first few sentences, and then I can tell I was like, yeah, you're not heading towards the right direction there, buddy. So yeah, let's go to the store. And I'm actually later on gonna record myself playing my time at Portia. So, wow, looks like my website when I first launched it. I mean, the big difference. Why people hate it so much. No user reviews whatsoever. That's taking power away from the customers and giving the developers everything they need. I mean, they can pretty much... Now, I'm not saying all Steam reviews are accurate. A lot of them are funny. But still, you can judge how good a game is based off the many reviews that you can find. Now, if I see a game, if I want to buy a game and I go through the reviews, I don't just look at 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 1-star reviews. I look at, a broad range, and then I, put them all together. And I think Steam does a good job of that. It'll tell you, is it mostly positive, mostly negative? It'll let you know. But with the Epic Game Store, they don't actually let you know. Let's look at a game that's already been out. See if they actually do have some reviews. I've heard they actually had review sections, but it's not. I guess they don't. Oh, it says coming soon. So let's look at a game. Let's look at games that's already been out. Ashen, I think is already out, right? 39. Yep. Let's look at reviews here, if we can find any. I have. Nope, no reviews. So, I mean, now, there's good pros and cons. Metro Exodus was able to actually sell their game on the Epic Store for $10 cheaper just because they're able to get a bigger cut out of the revenue. But, I mean, like I said, this is a good Epic Store. It seems like a good place for developers. Customer-wise, taking away the power to give our reviews, even as short and funny as they are, that's going to affect a lot of people. You're not winning people over, especially since a lot of our games are on the Steam. Now, they're going to continue and push to get a lot more developers over to the Epic Store with their enticing deals. I mean, as a developer, you can't really say no to that. And if there's going to be, and it's going to be like a snowball effect. The more games that come over, the more developers that come over to the Epic Store, it's just gonna invite a whole lot more. And then the Steam Store is just gonna be, I don't even want to think about it, but you can just imagine. Now, let me know what you think. Hopefully, I'll be updating this videos soon if there's anything else that comes up. Other than that, hope you guys have a good one.